Creative Writing. If you're new to this channel, welcome, it's great to have you here, and today we're going to be talking about the books that I read in June. As per usual, I didn't follow my TBR, so I should probably just give up at doing those at all. But yeah, that's why I didn't bring Jane to see which books I read, because I've got the flu, which means she probably caught an even bigger flu. After all, she did say she'd catch a virus if I didn't read virus. So I did land up reading one of the books that I was told to read, and that was Red Queen. It was also the one book that I had already started, so I guess that's kind of cheating. This book is set in a dystopian world which follows a girl's story named Nair. She's a thief. Eventually one day someone curious gives her a really big coin, and then all of a sudden she's hired to go work in the palace, and she discovers some interesting things about herself and lands up being kidnapped by the Silver Monarchy and pretty much hidden as a princess because they don't want anyone to know that she is a red that possesses similar talents to the silvers. And basically Mare wants to take down the whole divide between silvers and reds, so she sets out to do so through the inside. I devoured this book. It was absolutely awesome. The next book that I read was The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. And basically this book is about a girl as well who is also a thief. She basically works for a criminal underworld. She also gets kidnapped. And basically her secret power is she can access the ether and speak to spirits or connect with them in some way. She has a lot of out-of-body experiences. It's quite interesting. And basically by going and connecting with spirits, she's able to break into people's minds and find out more about them. Anyways, Paige also gets kidnapped, and she discovers a whole other race of people that aren't entirely people. And you'll find out more if you read the book. The next book that I read is one that I have been highly anticipating for a long, long time. And it's taken me ages to get into it. I don't know why, because I've been wanting to read this book since 2017, since it came out. Yeah, so let's just get to it. It's God's Grave by Jay Kristoff, my absolute favorite series, and it's the second book in the series. I think this book took me so long to read because there's two things. One, Jay Kristoff, I told you guys in the last book review that I did on Nevernight, it's quite difficult to get into his writing in the beginning. In the beginning, it starts off with a bunch of characters that you don't actually know, so you get a little bit confused, and then you realize, oh hey, that's Mia, and then you're like, hey, now I know what's happening, and then you finally get into it. I have never been squiffed out so many times by older people who ask me what I'm reading than I have been with this book. But I mean, I suppose it makes quite a lot of sense. People could find it maybe rather terrible. I don't know. Depending on your beliefs, you might think it's a weird thing. Anyway, I landed up telling a lot of people that it's a place and not anything to do with God and his grave, because I figured that was probably why people were looking at me weirdly. Basically, this is still about Mia trying to get her revenge on the people who killed her entire family, except she ends up taking a whole different route. She goes into slavery just to get there. And does she manage? Doesn't she? She also meets up with an old friend who was also her rivalry. So it's quite interesting because she has to get herself out of slavery. Obviously, otherwise how's she gonna kill these people? Why is she even in slavery? You know, you've got a lot of questions to read this book, so you should go read this book. And then finally, I didn't actually finish this book, but I am halfway through it, and that is 5 on a Treasure Island, and that's by Enid Blyton. I think I might have mentioned this in one of my top 5 videos about books that children's books that I'd want to read as an adult, I think it was. You can check that video up in the cards over there, I'll link it for you. And yeah, so far I'm really enjoying this book as well. Basically 3 kids visit their cousin Georgina, and she owns an island that is actually her family's island, but they've given it to her. And those 4 kids go off to explore the island and also the wreck that is near it. And they also take her dog Tim with, so it's pretty interesting. I haven't gotten to the end of it yet, but I am enjoying it, so I thought I'd mention it. Anyways, that's it for now. Please let me know some of the books that I mentioned that you've read and enjoyed, or let me know what you read in June in the comments down below, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a big like, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe!